Guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video about my experience working at Ulta. So I'm going to go over a few parts. I have them written down in my notebook. So I'm going to talk about the interview process, the dress code and makeup code, I guess you could say, and then just my overall experience working at Ulta. So let's start out with the interview. I started working there back in May of 2014. I had just come home from college and I applied online and got a call from the manager a couple weeks later. When I applied for a prestige beauty advisor position, and that means I had to submit a portfolio. So fast forward ahead a couple of weeks and I went in for the interview. I wore a nice shirt, a blazer, nice pants, and some flats. Makeup all done, obviously. So we went to the back stockroom in the office, and she asked, basic questions at first, like, why do you want to work at Ulta? Why do you love makeup? Kind of stuff like that, that pertains to what Ulta specializes in. So I answered those questions, whatever, and then she asked me what I was wearing on my face. So make sure you remember all the products that you put on your face that day, because they're probably going to ask you that, and if you don't know what you're wearing, it's going to look bad. So she asked me what I was wearing on my face. I told her that. She actually didn't know one of the brands that I was wearing, which was Inglot, so I got to tell her about that. So I feel like that kind of gave me, like, bonus points. Then after that, it kind of, like, went off track. It went from, like, a very professional interview, and not saying that she's unprofessional in any sense of the word. So after I kind of answered the interview questions and stuff like that, she pulled out naked palettes, like Urban Decay naked palettes, and showed me them and was like, well, what do you notice about these? And I was like, I don't know, like, what? So I'm, like, looking at them. I'm like, can I swatch them? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm swatching them. I'm like, all right, they're naked palettes. And then she goes, one of them's fake. I was like, oh my God, like, I had no idea that it was fake. And I thought, me not knowing that, like, I shot myself in the foot, like, that was it. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And she's like, yeah, we've been getting a lot of fake ones, whatever. She asked me, I think she asked me, like, when I can start or something like that. Or she said something and I was like, oh, did I get the job? And she's like, yeah, of course. So I was like, over the moon, so happy. So that was how that went. It was a good experience. I loved my manager. She was amazing, amazing. So then after that, she said they would call me in a few days. So I got a call a few days later to go in and fill out some paperwork. So I went in and did that. It was just, like, very basic paperwork, whatever. And then I got my first shift, which was, I think, the following Monday. So yeah, that's how the interview portion of it went. It was really good. Now, moving into training and orientation, it was non-existent. I did no orientation, no training. They kind of just threw me in, which, I mean, it's okay. I have retail experience. I've been in retail for over 5 years, so I understand how retail works. But it was scary because, it's a different POS system, different rules, different stuff like that. So I think having some kind of training would have been nice, just so I can get kind of acclimated with everything before having to get, thrown right into it. So yeah, training and orientation, non-existent, would have been nice to have. But moving on to my first day there, it was a 7 a.m. shift, which is a shipment shift every Monday. At 7 a.m., you get shipment in, which basically a truck comes and the guy who's driving the truck unloads all the pallets into the stock room, and they're just piled high with boxes. So many boxes, it's insane. And you have to put the boxes on little carts, put them in their special area, which was my first day, so I didn't know where anything went at all. So I was asking a lot of questions, which isn't a bad thing, but I asking a lot of questions because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't like that feeling. You know, unpack everything, put it on the shelves. I knew where nothing was. So I kept having to ask the girl who I was working with where everything went. But it's good that they put that as your first shift because you get to learn where everything is in the store. Before going in for the interview, I had been in Ulta once before and it was years ago. So having that opportunity to kind of see where everything is really did help for me to learn the layout of the store. So I'm not kind of bumbling around like an idiot when somebody asks me a question. So that's how my first shift went. And then after that, I started getting for normal shifts. And like I said, I applied as a prestige beauty advisor. So when I first started, I was over in the prestige area, selling to customers, helping customers that came in. But after a while, they kind of transitioned me over to the cash register as well. We were low on cashier team members and we constantly had a lot of vendors coming in for the prestige side. So they figured they just trained me on cash register so that I could kind of do both depending on what the needs were that day. So then I learned the POS system, which was pretty easy. And yeah, so started off as a prestige beauty not manager, I wish, prestige beauty advisor, and then kind of transitioned to a cashier. So that's it for pretty much the interview process and how my first day went, kind of. As far as shifts go, if you're a regular beauty advisor, you'll do cashier shifts. And you'll also have task shifts, which you'll do shipment, or on Sundays, you go in at 7 to do ad set, which is changing the signage, putting promotional products out, stuff like that. I love doing those shifts. They were extremely fun. You're there from like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. It was quick. It was easy. And you have the rest of your day to kind of chill. So yeah, so I'm going to move into dress code. You have to wear all black. Your tops could be white, but I don't think I ever wore a white top in the time that I worked there. So it's all black. You can't wear anything too casual. You have to look, you know, semi-professional, business casual, I guess you could say. The one thing that they were really big about was pants. Your pants can't have like the exposed butt pockets on them. I'm going to show you a pair of pants and tell you what I mean. Okay, you see how these jeans, they have like a butt pocket. Like that's a butt pocket that I can put my hand in. You're not allowed to have these on your pants. And your pants have to be black. They can't be denim. I was just giving an example. You need to have pants like this. You can see they have the pocket, but you can't put your hand in it. It's just like a little slit kind of. You know what I mean? So you can have pants like that, but not pants with butt pockets that are visible. And they have to be black. They can't be denim. And you can't wear like sweatpants, obviously. Duh. Or shorts. No shorts either. You can wear skirts and dresses, but no shorts. And then for shoes, they have to be black, obviously. You can't wear Toms. You can't wear anything with like a sneaker sole. But they're pretty lenient on black shoes. Like I have a pair of flats that have like gold metal like toe on the front. And I was allowed to wear those. I had ones with like studs on the front. I could wear those. So they're pretty lenient about that, but they have to be black. They can't be a color. And your pants have to be black, like no matter what. Like a few times throughout the year, they would have like different colors with like the ad sets. And you could wear certain colors from those ad sets. Like during October, we could wear pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Christmas, we could wear like red, gold, a few other colors. But they had to match the colors that were outlined. They gave you like a sheet and you had to wear those colors. They had to match the pictures up the cash wrap. And it could only be your top or jewelry. It couldn't be your pants, couldn't be your shoes. It could only be a top. It couldn't even be a sweater. So it'd have to be like the base shirt that you wear. I don't know if it could be a dress. I think it could, but I'm not 100%. The dress code wasn't terrible. Wearing all black all the time gets kind of boring. Like a lint roller was my best friend because it was just always covered in dog hair and you could see it because it was black, which is a little annoying. But aside from that, it was a pretty good dress code. I wish we could wear some kind of shorts, like even like Bermuda shorts. I know that sounds ugly, but like it gets really hot in the summer and I don't want to wear black pants, but I digress. So for the kind of makeup code, how you're supposed to beat your face, you had to wear a minimum of 5 products each shift. I think that's like kind of company-wide, but my managers were never super like strict about it. Like sometimes if I was working like a 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. shift, I wouldn't wear anything. Maybe like mascara and brows, but that's it. And it's not like they like yelled at me. They weren't like, go put on a powder right now, you know? So it's like, they're not crazy about it, but they want you to wear at least 5 products, you know, like you're selling makeup. So it helps to have your face done so that people think that you know what you're talking about. Like if someone's selling me clothes and they're wearing sweatpants and a tank top, I'm going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. If someone's selling me nail polish and their hands are busted, I'm going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. So it helps to sell. It helps to kind of make you more believable. I recommend wearing makeup, definitely. I wish I wore makeup more than I did because, I mean, I was working in a makeup store, so I really had the freedom to kind of wear whatever. Like I could do the craziest makeup if I wanted to. Whatever. I didn't wear it sometimes because I was lazy and I was tired and my face needed a break. What else should I talk about? Talk about how much I got paid. It's obviously going to be different, you know, from state to state. I live in Pennsylvania and the minimum wage here is $7.25 an hour. And I started off there at $8.50 an hour. And then a year in, I had a review and I made $8.80 an hour after that. Employee discount, we got 25% off of everything, including clearance. And then services, we got 50% off, which was so nice because I always got my brows done at the Benefit Brow Bar. I shouldn't say her name. I always got my brows done at the Benefit Brow Bar. The girl who did them there was incredible and she always turned my brows out and it looked amazing. I miss it, but I'm not paying $22 to get my eyebrows done. Sorry. There were also times where I was like eligible to participate in like events. Like we had an Urban Decay event the one Saturday and I was like the greeter for it and I had to like sign people in and, you know, send them over to different artists and help them find products. It was actually really, really fun. If you like event kind of stuff, talk to your manager there and see if you can maybe do one of them because it was actually a really good time. It was probably one of the best days I've had there. They're really fun and it kind of gets you in with the brands and you get to meet the artists and you build connections. Finally, just overall my experience there was amazing. I worked there for a year and 3 months and it was just awesome. Like I had such a good time. I loved everyone who I worked with. Everyone was just so sweet. All the management, aside from one person, but I'm not going to talk about that. But all the associates were super nice, so caring. And like, it was like a family, you know, being there for a year. It's just amazing. You know, I liked going to work. I liked going to be with the people who I worked with, which I think is really important when it comes to any job. If you hate the people who you work with, you're not going to want to, you know, get out of bed and go to work. So it was definitely a very positive experience. If I could, I would still be there, but that's a whole nother story. Nothing bad, just a different story. So overall, it's an amazing place to work. Everyone is so friendly. I feel like there's kind of this stigma that goes around people who work at, you know, beauty stores or counters or anything like that. Like, we're mean people, but everyone who I worked with, it was literally the sweetest person ever. Genuinely so nice, so caring. And it just made the experience that much better because I just loved who I worked with. Yeah. I don't know if I have anything else to say. It was just an awesome experience. It taught me a lot about the industry. It helped me become better doing makeup. It just gave me an opportunity to learn more about retail because they were definitely open to teaching you kind of, how do I want to put this? They're open to allowing you to see different, you know, aspects of the industry, like of the retail industry, because, you know, I did a lot. I did truck, I did ad sets, you know, I did RTVs, I sold, I cashiered. You do a lot, and it's good because it helps you build different skills and allows you to really become a good sales associate and hopefully move up to, you know, higher ranks of, you know, key holder or assistant manager, stuff like that. So all in all, I would give Ulta a 10 out of 10. It was just an amazing experience. I had so much fun working there. I miss it so much. And yeah, that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my little spiel about Ulta and how it is to work there. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.